my name is Jennifer. I am a group exercise instructor and physical therapist. And today we're going to do a mat Pilates class. You just need a mat. There's no equipment that you need today other than maybe some water. And we are going to do some stretching at the end of class. I will do a little bit of some challenging stretches, such as into a full split, but please listen to your body and do what feels good for you and is within your scope of practice. Starting off on your back. Come on down. So the first thing that you're going to want to engage is your pelvic floor. So big group of muscles that live in that pelvis. Those control bowel bladder, they close and lift up. So you want to think about if you were peeing your pants right now, how would you stop it? Okay, that is your pelvic floor. That will help pull in your transverse abdominal muscle, one of your 4 stomach muscles that you have. This one is built for stability. It's a built-in belt. So flatten that low stomach right towards your spine, but it's not a tilt. So make sure you're not creating that flattening from tilting your butt or just creating a big suck in with your breath. Okay, so really think about tightening in that low tummy. Press your hands into the floor, shoulders back, create length in that spine, and then breathe out through the side of that rib cage. Your breath has to go somewhere. You can't hold your breath and exercise. So breathe, keep holding that core. Now, keep that core engaged, and I want you to start to pick up that head. Take a look at your stomach. If it stayed compressed, you can come up a little farther. If it poofed, you have to either figure out that compression or put your head back down. You can start to then peel your shoulders and shoulder blades off of the mat, reaching through those fingertips. And again, look at that stomach. Make sure that it stayed down and in. And I want you to go ahead and see if you can come up a little higher and then drop back about halfway. Little higher, down about halfway. And again, being mindful of that core. Make sure you're breathing with it. Exhale and exhale. One more time. And pause. Bring your hands back behind your head. And I want you to bring your knees and your feet closer together and give me a rotation. So knees are going to drop from one side to the other, warming up your obliques. You are still pulling in your pelvic floor and getting that transverse abdominal muscle set, and then those obliques are working on top of that. We're going to do some big leg rotations later in class. One more to each side. Go ahead and pause. Release those hands. Extend one leg out. Create length in that limb and bring it back in. Extend the other leg and back in. So trying to create that stability here so that as you extend that leg out, nothing moves in that pelvis. One more. And pause. And go ahead and roll it all the way down. Now the first one we're going to do is going to be with our head and shoulders and trunk on the floor. Press those hands back into the mat, pull those shoulders back, get that core set, and you're going to pick your feet up and kick them straight up to the ceiling, firing those quads, and then flex your feet, okay? So create like flat feet up there towards the ceiling, push with your heel. We're going to do walking. Now walking, level 1 is I'm just going to keep my legs straight up towards the ceiling. It's almost kind of like if you were shuffling, like shuffling through the sand or leaves in the fall. So your knees stay locked and you go about just toe to heel. So you're not doing like a big scissor, it's just a real small movement, all right? Then to make it more difficult, you would lower your legs from there. So everybody get set. You're gonna find that position that feels challenging to that core, but good form, and then you're gonna just walk. Breathe. I do get the question a lot about putting your hands under your butt when you're doing like a leg lower like this. It's cheating. So if you cannot do that, please keep your hands out from underneath your butt. Couple more breaths. and bring those legs up. Keep them up. Take a breath. We're going to do a breaststroke with the legs. All right, so they are going to come in towards your shoulders with your knees. Your heels kind of pressed together. You're going to extend them out and scoop back up. And I am going to stay toed out a little bit, okay, in that external rotation through my hip. So you're breathing in and pulling it around. Again, level 1, my feet are going to stay right over my hips. If I want to make that more difficult, again, anything lower than that is going to make that harder. So find that position, that's your challenge. And strong legs. Pull, scoop, pull, scoop. You have got to be firing those quads. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Going at your own breath pace. You do not have to match my rhythm. Pause, bring it up. We're going to reverse it. I want you to go wide, pull in, and push your heels strong away from you, like you're pushing a resistance. Okay, so you're going to go wide, in, push. Wide, in, push. And again, lower down to where you feel challenged and do it there. Couple more. Finish one. Bring it up and lower the legs down. All right, we're going to roll into sitting. So take a hold of a leg and roll it up. All right, this one, we're going to give our legs a little bit of a break. Those are not going to move, but they are going to be used. So make sure that you have nice tight quads, okay? Push through your heels, sit up really, really tall. So your back should be like you're up against a wall, okay? And we're going to do to the sternum, all right? So you're going to start off in fists, and they're going to be right in front of your chest with your elbows bent. Get that belly pulled back, get that pelvic floor up. You are going to roll yourself backwards. Think about scooping that belly in. As you kind of roll back, your arms are going to extend forward. You're going to go palm out, and you are going to scoop and push yourself around forward, bringing the arms around and reach, then come back to sitting. Okay, so you've got roll back as far as you can. You've got to reach. You have a breaststroke with those arms like you're pushing through water, bringing the arms back around, nice strong reach, and pull up. Now, in that flexed over position, your abs are not silent. They are pulling you down into that compressed position, okay? So don't just like hang out there and let gravity do it for you. All right, so roll back, exhale, inhale, push around. Exhale, reach forward, and inhale, sit up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, push and scoop. Bring the arms around, and inhale, sit. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Roll, reach, scoop, bring it around, keep that core tight, sit. Let's do two more. Roll, reach, scoop, reach, sit tall. One more time. Make sure those legs are still strong. Push, reach, sit, and release. Okay, so that little bit of forward flexion kind of helped us limber up for saw. Now, saw is in a straddle position, so V-sit. So you are going to take your legs out apart. So I'm going to tilt myself just a little bit here to start with so that you can see. If my feet are closer together, it's a little friendlier for my inner thigh and some of my hamstrings. So if you do have that flexibility, you can take them much wider. But to start with, you're basically sitting up tall, arms out at 90 degrees. So here, okay, get that core set. You have very specific breaths again. As you inhale, you are going to turn your chest to face your knee. You are going to exhale. This arm will reach behind you, the other arm will reach across you, and you are pinky to pinky sawing it off. That's why it's called this. And again, we've got the sitting flexion compression. So abs super, super tight. As you do that, you're gonna sit back up and then take it center. So again, you've got 4 moves. Then the other side, you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've got inhale, exhale, exhale, okay? And again, you take your legs where you're comfortable with that straddle. Nice tall sit. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You have to be really conscious of that core. It's very easy on some of these sitting ones to do nothing, and then it's just body movement, which any body movement's good. However, you're trying to really get that core to pull in. So really think about that. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more to each side. Really compress through that belly, pulling yourself down. Pause center. Think about that posture. You are still pushing through your heels. Your quads are tight. Sit tall, tall, tall. And release it down and kind of give your posture muscles a little bit of a break. Bring those legs back in. And we're gonna do a reverse plank or back plank hold. So modification will be in a bridge. So you've got hands into the floor, legs extended out, right? From here, you're gonna do a hip lift, pressing those hips high up towards the ceiling, opening that chest. If that bothers, you can come to your feet and do just a little bit of a butt lift, or you can come all the way down and push into a bridge and hold from there. So pick your position, legs extended, get that breath set, and hold. Think about keep lifting those hips high up into the air. You have a nice long line in your body, getting that belly tight to your spine. Release it down. Give yourself a little break off your wrists. We're going to do that again. All right, hands back down. Keep those legs extended. Lock those quads. Pick your position and lift and hold. Keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. And release down. And again, give your wrists a little bit of a break. From here, we are going to go back down on our back, and we're going to do that big rotation movement that I was talking about. So come on down. I did a little bit more today with your head and chest in the floor versus last class with a lot of ab curl positioning. So hands into the floor, shoulders back. Get that heart open, get that core compressed. Level 1, your feet stay in contact with the floor and you rotate from there. We are going to do X amount of number to one side and then hold, X amount of number to the other side and then hold. Level 2, Your feet are gonna come up to knee level, and you're gonna rotate from there. Level 3, you're gonna extend those legs out, keep your knees locked, okay? And then twist. So whatever side you want to do first, we're gonna begin. So over and pull. Over, hit that feather edge of what you can control, and pull. Keep those shoulders back into the floor. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're exhaling. 9, 10. You may find as you warm up, you can go a little farther. That spine might allow for that extra movement. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to 20, 17, 18, keep that core set, 19, and 20. Hold it over, hold it. Be mindful of what's going on in that trunk. Keep those shoulders pressed back, make sure you're breathing. Four, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. If you want to release the legs, shake everything out a little bit, go ahead. We've got the other side to do. So 20 lifts, and then we're going to hold. All right, bring those legs back into your position. Level 1, 2, or 3. Get yourself set through that core, and ease into the first few you do on this side. Again, your spine just got used to rotating one direction, so coming the other way can feel a little tight the first 2 or 3 or more. 3. Again, keep pushing that feather edge. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway through on this side. Stay strong with that. Keep those hands at your side pressed. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost there, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Go ahead and hold it over. Scan your body, okay? It's kind of like a plank. You're just hanging out there. Scan your body. What's my pelvic floor doing? Where are my abdominals? Do I have that compression and then that tight twist? Are my shoulders back? Are my hands into the floor? Am I breathing? Couple more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it up, release the legs down, and shake it out. Okay, we're gonna go back into sitting. So go ahead and grab a hold of one leg, roll yourself up. Now, we are going to do boomerang, which I'm gonna modify a little bit. If you are familiar with Pilates, sometimes I just kind of modify to make them a little friendlier for most people. So boomerang is a little bit more detailed with movement. I want you to start with crossing your right over your left leg and your hands start off at your sides. You sit up nice and tall here, okay? So get your core set. Now, as we roll back, our legs are gonna come with us. We are gonna flip our legs when they're over our head, come back up. If we can hold, we're gonna be in a pike position. We're gonna gradually lower our legs back to start, and then I'll show modifications. So full boomerang, you've got that core set. You are gonna start to roll back, and as you do, bring your legs with you. You are going to switch your legs, roll down, and as you do, you're gonna see if you can hit a pike, lower your legs, and come back to start, okay? Now, we have to go the other way with our legs, and then that's one rep. So right now, your left is crossed over your right. Get that core set. You're gonna roll, control, switch, roll down, controlled, up to your pike, lower down, and back to start. We're gonna do it again, and this time I'm just gonna show a modification. So rolling back, bringing your legs with you, switch. As you roll down, you do not have to hit a pike. You can come back up to sitting from there. Roll back, pull your legs, strong switch, roll down, come to your pike if you can, and lower down, back to sit. Again, roll, legs come overhead, controlled, switch, roll down, lock those knees. You should not have bent knees, and sit. Roll back, switch, roll, strong legs, lower, sit. Let's do that one more rep. Strong hold, and finishing that rep. Roll, switch your legs, roll, hit your boomerang position, lower down, and sit. Nice job. Shake those legs out. Okay, back to our back. Come on down. We're gonna do double leg stretch. And then after that, we're gonna go to our stomach. So, all right, double leg stretch. We're finally coming up into a curl. I feel like it's rare I do classes without a lot of curl position, but for some reason, not today. All right, so scoop that core, come into a curl. So picking that head, shoulder, possibly shoulder blades up. Belly should stay down, no poofing. Full double leg stretch. My knees and my feet are on the same level. My hands are at the side of my knees. I am going to reach my arms and legs away from each other and then scoop back around, okay? Level 1, my feet are gonna stay down and I'm gonna do my arms. Level 2, my feet are up and I'm just doing my arms. And then level 3 is arms and legs. So, strong reach, strong pull. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. The problem I see a lot of times with this one is people make it very soft, very fluffy, very fluid, and it is fluid, but Pilates is power. So you should really be thinking strength within that really nice fluid movement. So it's a strong reach and pull, reach, pull, strong pull. Like you're pushing through resistance, like water with those arms, scoop, reach, scoop, reach, scoop. All right, let's roll over to our stomachs. Bring it around. Okay. Now we're gonna go right from that double leg stretch to a double leg kick. Okay, just gonna move my water out there. So double leg kick. Your legs start totally together, okay? So squeeze them tight. Your head is to one side and your arms are behind your back, okay? Now you get 3 exhale pulses with your heels towards your butt. So think hamstring, muscle group on the back of the thigh. You're going to exhale 2, 3, and then as you inhale, your legs are going to go towards the corners of your mat, extend up, arms reach towards those feet. You're gonna turn your head to the opposite direction. Bring your legs back together for your exhale, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale. Make sure, keep going. Make sure you get those legs back together. Most of the time after they reach, they kind of stay wide and then their knees are apart and they don't ever make them back together. So legs totally together, pulse, 2, 3, legs apart, pulse, 2, 3, legs apart. And I will show a more challenging arm position as well. If you want to challenge yourself, you are going to lace your hands behind your back. Exhale, 2, 3, and as you inhale, push and reach through your hands. Do not let your hands go from each other, and then bring it back in. Your core still has to be set, especially on that lift. One more. And release. Now we're going to do some heel beats. Your legs are very straight, very contracted and tight through the quads. Your knees are locked, okay? So you can put your forehead down eventually, but just be watching for right now. Your forehead will be down. You are creating length in that spine and core. My legs are about hip distance apart. I'm gonna lift them up, flex my feet, and toe out, okay? So externally rotate those hips. So your heels are facing in and your toes are facing out. So you're here, okay? So your legs are like that, yeah? And then your heels are gonna beat together. We're gonna do about 10 pulses and then place our feet down. Bring them up, about 10 pulses, and put them down. And I really want you to focus on firing those glutes with that whole core system, okay? So forehead down, legs hip distance apart. You're gonna lift, flex your feet. Pulse together through an exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you need to lower down between each set, you can. Otherwise, try to hold that extension. 7, 8, 9, 10. Again. 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And pulse. Hold. Hold. One more time. This time, keep going. So prolonged set. Your quads are fired, your glutes are fired, your core is engaged. You're beating those heels towards each other, firing those adductors, those inner thighs. Keep breathing. Keep going. Four, 3, 2, 1, and place your legs down. Just gonna kind of shake my hips out a little bit to loosen that low back. You should have felt that in your butt, quads, hamstrings, adductors, okay? Now, our legs are going to stay straight, but bring them back together completely. Okay, so fire your legs. They are not moving again on this one, but again, they are very active and engaged. So get that core set. Your arms are gonna come out to 90 degrees. We're gonna work on some postural endurance. Do that shoulder blade, upper back, mid back area. So belly in, pelvic floor, hands out, lift that chest and head. Legs are strong, you are on point and reaching through those legs. And you are holding here to start with. You're thinking about kind of squeezing your shoulder blades together, but also down. So think about pocketing like your shoulder blade into your opposite butt cheek. So you kind of get a diagonal pull of those shoulder blades. Like if you had jeans on, pull your shoulder blade towards that opposite pocket, okay? Keep breathing. Keep lifting that chest. And again, if you've got a lot of back extension, you could be much higher than this. This is what's comfortable for my back. We are gonna do pulses. My palms are still towards the floor, but I'm gonna pulse up, up, up. And I'm gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze my shoulder blades together and down. Your neck is long. Your pelvic floor is in and up. Belly's towards your spine. Pause, go thumb up. All we've done is added a little external rotation for our shoulder. So a little more rotator cuff along with some of this middle trap and rhomboid that you're working. Keep holding. Keep that core engaged, keep lifting that heart. And we're gonna pulse this, straight up, thumb, thumb. Straight up towards the ceiling at 90 degrees. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades. You're almost there. Hold. Go back, palm down, and release it all the way down. Nice. Go ahead and press yourself back into shell. Just kind of get a little stretch through that back and that shoulder blade area. I'm going to kind of pull myself into a tight little ball. Open up that shoulder. And then bring it up. Now we're going to do a whole plank sequence series. You're going to feel this in your hips, okay, and your butt. So there are 3 different moves that we're going to do, which I'm going to demonstrate real quick before we get into it. So your plank series is, we're going to be here. You're going to start with that pulling your knee and your forehead towards each other and then kicking back. We're going to do 10 of those. Then we are going to do 10 3-legged down dog with a drop, ankle to ankle, and then back to a lift, drop ankle to ankle. Okay, we got 10 of those. After we do those, you are going to back yourself up, and we are going to work on some balance. Okay, so starting off in a plank, if you need to modify, you would be on hands and knees and be doing a kick back here, pulling knee to head, okay? And then for the down dog, you do not have to do that tripod. You could work on up and down pikes, okay? All right, holding your plank. Get your right leg back. Pull it in, strong. 1, kick back. Pull 2, kick back. Pull 3. Exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, strong push, 8, 9, 10, hold, Tripod that down dog. Drop that chest. Lift that leg as high as you can. Come down ankle to ankle. Press back. 2. Press back. 3. Press back. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Now, hold the leg up. Walk yourself back. So you're on your left leg. Now, I don't care how high that right leg goes. It can hover off the floor. You can toe tap if your balance is an issue. If you really want to challenge yourself, lift the leg high. Okay? So lift it up. And then I want you to pick up your left hand. So you're balancing on your left leg and your right arm. And just keep balancing. Keep breathing. Lower that back leg and arm to the floor. Come down and back down to the floor. Okay, that was one side. So we have the other side to do. So come back into your plank, your push-up plank position, nice and strong. Pick up your left leg now and pull strong. 1, kick back. 2, 3, 4, 5, pull 6, pull 7, pull 8, pull 9, pull 10, hold. Down dog on that tripod. Push and lift that back leg, then drop ankle to ankle. Press strong. 2, core is set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep that belly tight, and 10. Lift the back leg, walk your hands back. Get your balance, lift that leg to where you feel you can, and then see if you can pick up that right hand. Almost there. Release that arm and leg down. Bring it back down to the mat. And give yourself a couple breaths. Now we're gonna do, last thing, we're gonna finish off that hip area. On our side, we're gonna do some side hip lifts from our knee. So you're gonna pick a leg. So let's say we just balanced on the left. So how about we put right side down? So your right side down, okay? Hand is gonna be out. Left leg is gonna be extended, so your top leg, okay? That one is gonna stay straight. The bottom leg is what you're gonna push off of. So you're gonna lift your hips up into a modified side plank position, all right? Then try to lift that top leg and hold it up. Belly back, pelvic floor in. You are going to drop your bottom hip towards the floor and then push with your knee into the floor to lift that hip. Okay, so keep that core set. So you're gonna drop hip, lift 1, 2, 3. If I need to modify it, I can do both legs here and get a smaller movement. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, keep your body in alignment, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Lower down. Flip it around to the other side. Last exercise. Straighten that top leg out. Get that bottom knee tucked. Your body's in a nice long line here. Lift the top leg. Core set. Drop with that hip, but drive that bottom knee into the floor to get that hip up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more to go. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Breathe. Push through that bottom leg. 7, 6. I might have miscounted. 5, 4, 3. Stay strong. 2, 1, and release. Woo! Okay, should have felt your butt. All these hip muscles out here. Let's stretch. Come on down onto your stomach. Kick those legs out. You can come to your forearms. If that's enough stretch, stay there. Otherwise, push into the floor. Extend. Lower down. Reach back for that foot. Get that quad. Switch legs. And release that. Now, I'm going to have you push back to your hands and knees. Bring one foot forward a little farther than your knee, and I want you to lunge forward, stretching out that hip flexor. We did a lot of kind of big leg lifts using that hip flexor more than you think you did. If that's too intense, you can always bring your hands to the floor. Hands to the floor, rocking those hips backwards. Pulling up on that front foot, keep that back really long. You can come to the floor on those forearms for a deeper stretch if you want. And because we're nice and warm and limber, we might as well combine this with a little deeper stretching. You can stay where you're at, wherever that is for your hamstring. Or if you want to take, this is just a half split. If you want to take a full split, please do so, okay? I am going to join you. Because I like to take advantage of being warm and stretchy. You can stay up, or if you want, you can come to a full forward flex. Pressing yourself back up. If you were there, pull yourself out of that. Switch your legs forward. Drop into that hip flexor. Make sure that front knee doesn't cross over that toe. And relax through those hips. And again, you can take it to the floor if you need to decrease that intensity. Nice slow breaths. Hands to the floor, rocking those hips backward for that half split. Again, long spine. Make sure you're not just crumpling down. Think about that length. Takes me a little longer to wiggle down on this side. And again, if you want to stay in your half split, stay there. If you want to take a full split and that's within your practice, please do so. And again, you can stay up or come forward, fold. Press yourself back out of it. I want you to pull yourself around and into sitting. And we're gonna cross our legs right on top of each other to stretch out a little bit of that hip. So it's kind of a double, like a stacked pigeon kind of pose, okay? So you're gonna try to get one lower leg in front of the other, sit up tall, okay? So they're not pulled in like with your foot towards your hip. You want your feet and your knees stacked, okay? And then I want you to reach forward. Bring it up. I want you to switch the other foot on top. And again, they're kind of just sandwiched. Feet right underneath those knees like genie arms here, and then reach forward. You might feel a little more tight on one hip. It's my darn left hip today. And release. Let's finish with a rotation stretch and you're done. So extend one leg out, cross the other one over. See if you can get that elbow to the outside of that knee to help press, or just grab and pull. But you're gonna put that around, reach the other arm behind you. So that helps lift you up and twist. Get a good opening through that rib cage and thoracic spine, lumbar spine. Keep breathing. Switch to the other side, extend it out, cross it over, reach across with that hand, or opposite elbow, use the back arm to help push you up and to twist. And release that. Go ahead and just sit however you're comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. And you guys are all done for the day. Thank you so much for joining.